Do you think the Eagles will actually play their rookies this year? The past 2 years, rookies have been held back for the most part. This is from NFL Irish. We appreciate you following from Ireland.
So that's my big question with the two corners right now. Because on draft night, on day 2, my first thought was, wow, they went from not having enough guys in the secondary to, oh man, after they signed Chauncey, after they're bringing Slay back, Sidney Brown will come back at some point this season. They got a lot of guys. So do you think? Let me put it this way: do you think DeJean and Mitchell are both among the 5 defensive backs week 1?
Great question. Mitchell, yes. DeJean, I think he's among the 6 defensive backs week 1.
That's not 5.
I think he'll push to be the slot. I think he can play third safety for them, be your top outside backup corner. Although Ringo will push there. So I'm going to say no.
Does he have inside experience?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a chess piece. I mean, people say movable chess piece, right? Bo kind of took umbrage to that the other day, like all chess pieces move. He's a chess piece. He's someone, he's your queen. You're using him... You're using him as your deep safety. Is that a bad thing to say? A queen on the chessboard. Okay, how about that? He's able to go, all the different directions on the chessboard, right? So, I watched Cooper DeJean film this week, and there were wow plays in there where you're like, how was this guy available at 40 or whatever, right? So, I mean, he has experience in the slot. He has experience at safety. He has experience on the outside. Really, the only thing he hasn't done much is play press man coverage. And there's a big deal made about press man coverage, but there is film of him like in people's faces, right? So I can. What's so funny? Is the chat having fun with okay.
Cooper to Queen. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Like the queen on the chessboard, which was a compliment.
Well, it seems like the main thing he was doing though was the Fran Duffy film he showed was similar to Quinyon Mitchell, right? Where he's playing off and he's kind of using his eyes to react. So yeah, he's the guy I'm curious about, right? Because look, they traded up for him. They viewed him as a first round pick. You have to find a way to get him on the field in the first year. Like if you think he is that caliber of player, do you think they could use him? Like, is he sometimes a sub-package guy too? Where
absolutely.
Where you can use him as a linebacker almost on an obvious passing down. Yeah,
I think the great thing about Cooper DeJean is that it's a cliche to say he's a football player, but he's a football player. Like you can put him in a role. And I think given his athleticism, given his instincts for the ball, he can find ways to contribute in that role. So absolutely. I look at Cooper DeJean as someone who can be a contributor in multiple spots for the Eagles.
He's my most intriguing guy because I just think Mitchell's going to plug and play. He's going to be opposite Slay. Obviously, I can't wait to watch that guy play, but I think there's less mystery there, right? Where you have Vic Fangio, who's supposed to be able to get more out of these guys, supposed to, as Bo's not going to like it, play some positionless football.
Yeah. Have you heard about the Miami Heat post LeBron James?
I have.
I'm sorry.
No, I've heard of it.
During LeBron James' second year. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Shane Battier, 1 to 5 switching. Yeah. Exactly.
So my answer to this question is you will see the rookies play this year. I think Quinyon Mitchell's going to be a day 1 starter for the Eagles. I think DeJean's going to have a role on defense. I don't expect Alex Hunt to play this year or play much meaningful defensive snaps. Many meaningful defensive snaps. Will Shipley, my expectation is he becomes the second running back. I think he pushes Gainwell there. I think Trot Jr. can push for playing time. We discussed that. And then the receivers, I think Anaya Smith can push to be the number 3 wide receiver. And then the offensive linemen, I consider more depth guys at this point. But I think there's more of a pathway to playing time this year than there's been in past years.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you have those mid-round picks at positions where you're either not deep or there's like an obvious backup role in Will Shipley's case, I would expect those guys to at least push to get on the field.
We all silly like the mayor.